Hi, I'm Meg Drake, and I am a communications specialist here at Ride TV. I started riding at a very young age, so it was kind of one of those things, as soon as you could walk, you were horseback. We farm and ranch for a living, and my dad is a firm believer that cattle respond better to horses. So from a young age, we always had horses, we're always horseback, always riding. That's how we ran day-to-day operations on the ranch. Just being around that type of environment was a really unique and a really neat way to grow up and be raised. I can remember we were itty bitty, we all each had a horse, we'd load up the gooseneck trailer and we'd haul to a pasture and we'd all get off and gather and go through cattle together. So it's kind of fun to do that as a family. I think probably the only feud that ever happened was over who got to ride what horse. We had a favorite gray mare named Molly. We called her Big Moll, and she was just probably ideal for any kid to grow up riding. And so I think my sister and I maybe had a few arguments over who got to ride her that day. I started showing horses when I was 7 years old. It was funny because I was such peanut at the time that I'd be going around the ring and around the fence, and I'd be trying to get Molly to pick up her lead, pick up her lope, and everyone would be like, oh, there goes little old Meg, just kicking blankets, doesn't even feel her up there. So it was really fun getting to go to those shows with my family. So we'd load up in our single cab feed truck, all of us kind of crammed in the cab there, and we'd pull our gooseneck iron trailer to the shows and have a blast. The Raising Riders campaign is great just because it encourages youth to A, be involved with horses, and B, continue their involvement with horses. It's always great to continually put the spotlight on youth involved in ag. I mean, it's a great way to grow up and it's a great environment to be raised in. I think we're all extremely supportive of each other's equine-related pursuits. I know my mom, she still tries to be horseback every day, even though she's 55 now. She's gonna kill me for saying that. But you know, she competes in cowboy dressage and she has a mare in reining training right now. And although I can't go to some of those shows and watch her because she's in Kansas, I'm in Texas, I still love to keep up with all of her updates and her pictures from her shows. And then my brother also ranch rodeos quite a bit with some of his buddies from college. And it's fun to get videos or picture texts from mom, and anytime that they're close, if they're competing in Oklahoma somewhere, I like to go and watch and root for them. And Dad, it's a little hard to root for him when he's out in the pasture doctoring steers. But yeah, definitely everyone's involvement with horses kind of brings us all together and brings us all closer. And it gives us a topic of conversation at dinner.